My name is Andy Hornby, photographer and vlogger. 15 years ago I started teaching myself photography. Today I travel the UK as a professional wedding photographer, landscape photographer and filmmaker. Learn from my experiences, my mistakes and my tips and advice. Join me on my photography adventures. Okay, welcome to another video. Today I'm at the Racton ruins in Hampshire and I'm doing a recce visit because I want to potentially do, I don't know, some kind of workshop or photo walk or potentially a photo shoot up here at some point. We're nearing the end of October, which is Halloween, and this place is apparently supposed to be full of ghosts and stuff. If you see anything behind me, just leave in the comments, but I'm sure there isn't, but we'll be fine. At night time it's going to be really spooky. There are people in there at the moment, so I'm shooting this out here. And I'm going to do a little photo shoot as well. But today the main reason for this video is because I've been given a tripod to review. It's a tripod and ball head set together, and it's from BESCHOI or BESCHOI. It's a Chinese company. They've sent me this. They contacted me a few weeks ago and saw that I do reviews of various bits and pieces and asked me kindly to do a impartial review. So disclaimer, they have sent this to me for free. I haven't paid for this, and I assume I can keep it afterwards. They haven't said I can't, so I'm going to keep it. It's a travel tripod, and link to where you can get this in the UK is in the description from Amazon. I'm sure there are US versions of it as well. They do various sizes. This isn't the tallest they do, but this is pictures being their travel tripod, and literally got it a few days ago. I haven't even opened it yet, it's still in the wrapper, so I'm going to do an opening as well. I'm going to do an unboxing of sorts as well. It's a very nice bag by the looks of it. I'm going to hand that off to my assistant. Thank you, assistant. And the first thing I noticed about this, the bag is really good. Potentially you're not going to keep the bag. I mean, I've had a tripod on my backpack for months and I never ever keep the bag that came with it. But it is a very sturdy bag, looks very good. And let's open this up. The other thing I do notice about this is it's not light. As a travel tripod, it doesn't feel too light. We'll hand that off to my assistant and open up this thing. Oh, that's very nice. You do have instructions in there as well if you don't know how to use a tripod. I think we'll be fine. There's also an Allen key in there, which is very useful. I'm always losing the Allen keys to my tripods, and looks very similar to the one that actually you're on at the moment. It's got the old turny, twisty, tighty, loosey. Yeah, really good. That feels really good. Feels really durable. I'm going to hand that off as well. Yeah, looks really good. Oh, that sounds good. Oh yeah, I like the action. I'll show you a bit close up in a minute. But yeah, on my tripod that you're on, that I've had for some time now, which is an Andorra tripod, which is really good, and I've had it for ages. I take it everywhere. Very durable. The release action is very difficult. You've got to pull out the little stop there. But if I show you how this works on here, so we've got a few stops there. One stop there, and it will lock in place. Another stop there, and it locks in. Another stop there, and that locks in. To loosen it, lift up, and turn. But it's actually really clever, really good. But yeah, first thoughts are really good. But everything seems fairly nice. I'll get to the ball head in a minute. But this I think is the 62 inch. There was a larger one which was quite a bit more in cost. Let's put this thing up. And yeah, this mechanism seems really nice and smooth. Obviously my tripod's over a year old. I've taken that in and out of the sea, so I've had to take that to bits a few times to clean it out, sand and other bits and pieces. But that actually stands probably about the same height as the one you're on. Yeah, it seems really sturdy, really good. That's fine. You've got the usual hook, which is spring loaded underneath there. That's designed for you to put any heavy bag or you've got a sandbag or something hooked underneath so you can keep your tripod nice and sturdy. When you've got these travel tripods, generally they're carbon fibre. The one you want is carbon fibre, much lighter than this one, by the way. This is I think aluminium by the looks of it. With these really sort of small profile tripods, you're going to want to get some kind of weight on there if you're doing any kind of long exposure work. Generally, if I'm doing long exposures, I'm getting close to the ground, so I don't need to do that. But yeah, that hook's there for that reason. Get a bag, even your backpack, hook it on there. It's not a very big hook, but it will hook over, and bingo bango, job's a good one. Yeah, okay, so we'll come to the ball head. I'll do a few other bits and pieces with this in a second. We'll get low to the ground because I want to show you how to use these things upside down. These actually come out and you can spin them round the other way. You just unscrew that and turn it round, but I'll show you that in a minute. But I'll show you also an easy way to, oh, I'm just looking at that. It's got a bit of give in the mechanism there. You can turn it quarter turn and it's not actually physically doing anything different. So there's a bit of loose in the mechanism there. It's not too bad, that's right. Again, not a deal breaker. The ball head is fairly nice. You can see the make there. It's got two adjustments on this thing. One is for the ball itself, so that'll loosen that and you can tighten it up. And the other one, which is actually around the back here, is designed to swivel, loosen it, it'll go faster. And it's got very nice smooth motion through there. Inside the level there, actually there's no fluid, so I actually haven't got a level on this, which is a bit of a shame, because you'd want to use that. That'll be what gets you level for your panoramas. If you haven't got that, you'd have to buy an external little level, which I have with me actually. I can use it. It's not a big deal for me today, but if I didn't have that, then I'm pretty screwed. I didn't even notice that till now. Yeah, just no fluid in there. Bit of a shame, lets it down a little bit. The only downside of this ball head, is pretty standard, is the level, got no fluid in it. So yeah, so as far as it goes as a whole, it's a very nice, nothing wrong with it whatsoever. It does what it says on the tin, and yeah, it would do you quite good. And for the cost, I don't think you can go far wrong, to be fair. It's not expensive. It's about £40, which works out about 55, just under $60 if you're in the US. And yeah, not too bad, not too shabby at all. So let me take it down to the ground and show you how I would quickly turn this into an upside down tripod. If I'm doing any work with glass ball photography, I'm going to want to be fairly close to the ground, and I'm going to show you that now. Okay, so we've got our camera low to the ground. This is how I'd usually shoot most landscapes if I'm doing long exposures. Nice and low to the ground. Sometimes I put that down as well, just to get the centre of gravity really low down. Some of these cameras, especially if you've got a big DSLR, they're going to be really heavy, and you want to be low to the ground. If it's swaying, especially on some of these neck parts here, which go quite high, you know, even when you've got the tripod on the ground, there's a lot of movement in just that there. You know, if you're doing long exposures or if you're doing time lapses, anything like that, that's just a no-no. It's going to take your pictures completely off. Sometimes I want to get really low to the ground, and I find the best way and the easiest way to do that is you can turn this around. You can take the bottom off of this thing, it'll unscrew. I'm not going to do it now because the bits are going to go everywhere, but you can unscrew that and actually turn this whole thing upside down. But if I'm running and gunning and I'm on the fly, generally what I'll do is I'll put that down like that, and I'll release these up, and these are very tight, if you like. They're screwed in really nice and tight. They're not going to come off. I'll make sure that's kind of in the middle there, if I don't smack myself in the face doing it. And literally all I'm going to do is that, and I've now got a camera low to the ground, and I'm able to shoot. If I had the time and I was in somewhere where I didn't want to lose all this stuff, you would take all this off. Try not to lose the spring and the mechanism inside there, and yeah, it's not do that today because it's going to take a bit. But that's my quick setup for turn upside down. And you can also extend the legs if you want to. You can do whatever you like. But yeah, it'll get your camera really low to the ground, which is quite good. So that's that. I do like this mechanism, but I'm just wary that these type button type things are quite, I don't know, they're I think they look like they're made of metal, but the spring inside is held on with like a little screw type thing. You can just see inside it, but it's very wobbly. There's a lot of movement in that, and I'm worried that that just gets caught on something. You might just rip that off, and if you haven't got that, it's just going to completely knacker that leg. One thing I did notice, or actually my lovely assistant noticed, it's my girlfriend by the way, she's just in the background there, that this does have a monopod that does unscrew, and you take this out. There's an extra like screw inside this bag there that would go in the top of that, and then once this is off, you would screw that in and you've got yourself a monopod. That's pretty much everything you're going to need to know about this tripod. It is very nice. I like the turning actions on this. In fact, on the picture, which is quite interesting enough, I wasn't expecting these, because on the picture on Amazon it had the old flippy bits that you flip open and pull and then lock in place. Strangely enough, this turned up and it doesn't have that, which is a little bit unusual. So that will go in my review, because I'm doing a review on Amazon as well. I do prefer these, by the way, so I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I like this because it's very quick, very easy. The only problem is, if you do get them wet, which there's a disclaimer down, I'll tell you in a second. If you do get them wet, or you put them anywhere, there's a good chance you're going to get dust and dirt in there. You're going to have to take it to bits and put it back together again, and they never go back together the way they came. So just be wary of that. But I'm going to do a little photo shoot with this now. Potentially get some time lapse of what's in the background there, what the cloud's doing. Yeah, it might be alright. We'll get a 10-minute time lapse, and then we'll do a little photo shoot in and around the grounds of the ruins, so it should be good. The one thing I forgot to tell you is, and that was a disclaimer, they do say in their terms and conditions that these shouldn't be used in seawater, so don't take them down the beach like I do. I throw these things everywhere, but whatever, it's personal taste. Once it's yours, do whatever you want to do with it, okay? But that's the disclaimer they put in their terms and conditions, not suitable for water or seawater. So there we go. I'm actually going to get a little bit closer, so I'll leave it there for a second and I'll see you over the other side. Ball head really lets this down. Literally a little movement and it just goes. And if you're not careful, you'll be doing a shot like I'm doing a vertical panorama. So I'm doing a shot at the bottom, shot in the middle, shot up the top, and as soon as I let this go, it just flips back. So yeah, for me this ball head really lets this down. On the whole, the tripod itself is fine. If I ever bought this, I'd buy a different ball head. But to be fair, if you're going to buy something this cheap, there's a good chance you're not going to put a really expensive ball head on there, so you're just going to use it as it is. It's up to you, whatever. I wouldn't tend to use this ball head, I don't like it at all. I would put, if I kept this tripod, I'd put my other ball head on it. Would I keep this tripod over the one I have at the moment? No, and the only reason why, it's not because it's a bad tripod, it's because it's quite heavy. It's a lot heavier than my current one, which is carbon, which costs about the same as this, to be fair. It wasn't much more. And you know, if you're pitching this as a travel tripod, you want to lose as much weight as possible on your backpack, because you know, if you're travelling around as I do, sometimes it puts backpack on you for hours. If I'm at a wedding and I've got my tripod with me, I don't want this to be massively heavy. So for me, it's not the tripod I would probably buy for myself, but as a good starter tripod, you won't go far wrong. Just have to be really careful with this ball head, because it will just flip. Yeah. Okay, that's it for my video. Thank you very much for joining. The tripod, I'm giving a 4 out of 5. It does what it says on the tin, it's fine. The ball head lets it down. It came without fluid inside the bubble, which is a bit disappointing, but it's not something that can't be rectified, right? You'd send it back and get them to send you a new one. It's one of those things. So yeah, 4 out of 5 for me. It's a good tripod, very sturdy. It held up in the wind when I was doing the time lapse, so that's pretty good. I've used it today on all kinds of different things. Like I say, low to the ground. I've used it quite high up, getting some shots of the ruins, and it worked quite well. I had no issues with it at all. Really easy to use, and it's fine. So yeah, so if you're looking for a relatively decent tripod at a pretty inexpensive cost, go ahead, it's not a bad option for you. As far as the ruins go, I'm going to be looking at doing potentially a photo walk down here. So if you're part of my workshop group on Facebook, look out for that, because that'll be coming soon. It might even turn into some kind of photo shoot, potentially a horror photo shoot. I might see if there's any models locally who want to get involved in that, so that'd be quite good. So look out for that too. A link to my Facebook group is down in the description below. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you're new here, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get updates every time I upload a new video. And please like this video if you found it interesting and informative. That would be fantastic. Yeah, from me in Hampshire, sun's coming out, it's ruining my video. Just want to say a big thanks, keep shooting, and I'll see you soon. Take care, bye.